What's good, it's Graphix. Thank God for another video. We're back on this Modern Warfare 3, and I've been hearing talk about Call of Duty implementing AI bots into the multiplayer lobbies. Although this is speculation and rumors, I kind of see them doing something like this. Now, we always have to speculate things like this because they're not going to be upfront and tell us that they're putting AI bots into the game. Unless it's in the game mode like Invasion, they're not going to tell us that they're going to be implementing different type of AI bots in multiplayer. So the people who speculate sounds crazy. They're going to say, oh, I ran into a bot, or I seen somebody in my lobby that looked kind of weird. Yeah, you're going to get that from time to time, especially if people are reverse boosting. So you're going to look crazy anyway because you're reverse boosting and you're trying to exploit the game because you want to have better lobbies. They're not going to tell you that because they can't even talk about the regular skill-based matchmaking in the game, so people who are playing the game and feeling some type of way about it, they can't get any concrete evidence suggesting that they're doing things like this. I believe it. I think they are maybe implementing or trying to implement AI bots into multiplayer because of a few factors. For one, they already have AI bots in big game modes like Invasion and even Warzone. I think some of the events had AI bots in them. So the bots are already integrated. It's just now they're gonna play a different role with actually trying to emulate players. So why not test the bots out in multiplayer to see if you can fool players now than when you put them in Warzone, which is their bread and butter, it can run much smoother. See, other games already implemented AI bots into their BRs. For instance, Fortnite, one of the biggest BRs out there, they already have bots integrated into their BR. But if you're a decent enough player, if you're playing Fortnite, you will know the difference between a bot and a real player, especially how they respond to your gunfire. For instance, a real player would just go behind cover, and then a bot will just turn around slowly and then start shooting at you while crouch walking towards you. That's the distinctive thing that they do in Fortnite. It's weird, but I gotta test out these guns on somebody. We already know that Activision like to copy ideas from other games, so this is not too far off. Now, one of the things that's hard to prove is this a bot or is this a bad player? And the only way you're finding these AI people or bots is in reverse boosted lobbies. So you won't be able to tell if that's somebody who may be disabled, somebody who never played Call of Duty before, or even an FPS shooter before, or a really bad programmed bot. Or it could be somebody else trying to reverse boost and they got some rubber bands on their controller so they can run into walls and do all the other stuff. Come on, man. You never know. But for now, you're only seeing this in reverse boosted lobbies. For now. See, I used to play this game called Rumbleverse. It's actually one of my favorite games of all time. It was a battle royale where they were just punching and fighting and doing wrestling moves instead of using guns. Very interesting to me. I love the game, but eventually it died out. They needed more funding, but hopefully they bring it back. And I wanted to just touch on when the game was dying, they had to put a lot of AI bots to fill the lobbies. Now, strangely enough, those AI bots played a significant role in the game because you get perks for actually fighting people. And since the AI bots were just there to get beat up, it helped you in the end game. So the bots would literally just walk up to you and barely hit you, and you just fight them so that you can get your perks. But later on into the development cycle, the bots start to fight you, and then when they were losing, they would run. This wasn't good because when you're fighting somebody, you want to get those perks really fast because you got to scavenge just like any BR, but they would run away, wasting your time, so you couldn't get your perks and you couldn't scavenge for different moves or anything like that. So my thing is, as the bots stayed in the game, they started to learn, and then they started to be better players, or more sensible players rather. They started to emulate how real players react to getting beat. So real players would just run away, and I didn't like that as a player. I knew there was a difference between a bot and a real player. So when the bot started to emulate how real players play, it became kind of frustrating. So who's to say now that these AI bots are going to stay level 1 recruit difficulty? They're going to start to learn and develop as bots and actually start running around, sliding and jump shotting people and beaming people, and now we're going to have a problem. See, now the bots look weird, but when they start to develop advanced movements, Could you tell the difference between a player who's bunny hopping and sliding around and a player that's a sweat? You may not know the difference. So my thing is, when they implement these advanced bots that can move and slide around, or just regular moderate bots, now my thing is, will this deter any criticism that they've been receiving due to skill-based matchmaking? Now hear me out. If you couldn't tell the difference between a sweaty bot and a sweaty player, or even a moderate bot and a moderate player, would it change your experience playing the game? See, now if they can add AI bots into the algorithm, then this can be the final boss of the algorithm, what actually might fix the game, quote unquote. Now, one of the biggest things that the classic Call of Duty players want back is not having the disbanding lobbies. But if we're gonna have that to be implemented in every COD, at least we wanna have good connection. And with the implementation of AI bots, they don't have to find actual players you connect with, you're just gonna be connected with AI. There goes the packet burst and connection argument. You don't have to load into match in progress all the time because the AI bots will already fill those up. So there goes the in progress argument. Then you can program the AI bots to actually play the objective and move around the map. There goes your campers and your players are not playing the objective argument. And we don't necessarily have like stats that you can look at in the lobbies anymore. So who cares of what type of player that is anyway? See, back in the day, if you're newer to Call of Duty, we used to be able to look at the player cards and click on their profile and we were able to see their KD and their combat record. Now we can't see things like that, and then the lobbies are disbanding, so it doesn't matter who comes in and out of your games. It's irrelevant at this point. And I don't think they want to implement theater mode, because if we have theater mode, then we can be able to expose a lot of things that's wrong with the algorithm. So that's why we don't have theater mode. And there's a lot of other things that will suggest that skill-based matchmaking is in effect, but can be solved by just adding AI. I don't know, maybe a lot of players wouldn't mind that. Especially their players that buy bundles. See, what they also can do is advertise their bundles to the players in those lobbies by pitting the bundles on the AI bots. So if they want to advertise certain bundles or bundles that you haven't bought yet, they can just put those on the bots, enticing you to buy them. So everybody's happy, right? So my question is, would that stop the complaining from the COD community, at least from the good players who've been suffering from skill-based matchmaking? Because my thing is, if you're willing to reverse boost to get bad players, would you be okay with them adding AI players that you don't know of and have regular lobbies with other players? Because at this point, if they don't tell you, you probably wouldn't know. They just have to be really creative with the names. This is gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and comment. Now, if you guys want a solution right now on how to beat the algorithm, this video on the screen will show you how to do that naturally and for free. Thank you guys for watching again, and like always, no stress, do your best, God bless. Aight.